Hi, this is Ellie with Full Moonlight Tarot 20, and today I wanted to do something a little different. I want to do a person on your mind reading. So think of the person that is on your mind, and let's see what they have to say to you. As I'm shuffling the Love Oracle cards. Don't mind me shuffling here. Oh boy. So, karma. This is someone who is now facing the consequences of some of the things that they've done. And I feel this has to do with you. They looks like they have rejected you in the past, abandoned, dismissed. They probably have had a fear of this connection. And now they want a second chance, reconciliation, making amends. They're looking for an opportunity. Now, it's up to you if this comes in, if you're going to accept them, because have they learned their lessons here? I don't know the background of exactly what's happened in your connection, but yeah, they're obsessed. Elusive, dishonesty. Okay, so funny how we have elusive and dishonesty right beside the loyalty, trusting, reliability, believing. So first of all, with the obsession card, they might be spying on you. If this is a non-contact situation, if this is someone you haven't talked to in quite some time, they're definitely spying on you. They're looking at photos of you. If you have any content online, they're probably creeping that. Elusive. So I feel like in the past, this is what was the problem here too, that they were dishonest. And maybe that's what they're facing with the karma here, right? That's how they were towards you. And they're healing enough to go to become that loyalty, that trusting, reliable person that you need in your life, right? That's what they want to be for you right now. And I'm sure they are in regret for how they treated you in the past. I don't know if there was a third party in the middle of this. I'm gonna just see if anything comes out about that. I mean, you would know, right? Cloudy judgment. Yeah. They were pretty shallow before. And they made bad decisions, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. So, yeah, you know what? This must have been someone who likely listened to the wrong people in their life too. Someone who is very conscious of, how do I present to the people around me, and how do I put myself in the best possible light? This is someone who is very concerned about what other people think of him, right? This person needs to present themselves to be someone who is always in a good place. He won't let anybody know if there's trouble in paradise, right? He's always going to present happy-go-lucky, that he has, um, I think, very materialistic. Like they feel that they have to show people all the things that they have, and that is to them status, right? So, cloudy judgment. Yeah. So I feel like your connection kind of didn't fit in with that front that they put up to people. And maybe I don't see it here, but they might have chosen someone else over you. Yeah. And with illusions, I feel like They might have seen you in the wrong light. They might have seen you as, maybe they saw you as a gold digger. Maybe they couldn't believe that someone could actually love them for who they are and not for what they have. Because maybe that's all they've encountered in their life. That's what I'm getting from this. They just saw you from a distorted lens, and they're seeing themselves and their lives from a distorted lens. Let me just ask Spirit, are they healing from this? If they want to be trusting and reliable, they would have to face this, right? I don't see any cards here other than the Karma card that they're actually going through like a dark night of the soul. Distracted, sidetracked, changed delays. Yep, distracting themselves from their healing. So I don't know if this person is actually going to come back to you healed at this stage. Conflict, clashing, differences, incompatibility. I don't know if they're realizing this is with the people in their life right now, because if they're not in contact with you, then this is not with you. This is what they want: peace, balance, harmony, friendship. This is what they want now. Maybe they've had a wake-up call. Okay, and past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. So I think they're realizing the energetic connection they have with you. And they saw your connection as forbidden. Interesting. I wonder if there is like an age gap between you. If there is, if you're just from very different backgrounds and they feel like that wouldn't have meshed with theirs, like with their lifestyle, if your lifestyle wouldn't have meshed with theirs, there was just something like they have a lot of sexual desire for you, but they still, they still did not accept the differences between you. But if they want balance, harmony, and friendship, and they're realizing that this must be a past life connection because they're still feeling so attracted to you, even if there's been a long time of silence between you. Yeah, this person, they might be having a spiritual awakening. It's hard to say. Apology, forgiveness, return, sorry. So they're definitely coming in with an apology. They must realize what they've done. They've pushed you away when you're probably all they've ever wanted. But it's up to you, because if you are one of my collectives who is very much on a spiritual journey and has evolved and has grown and has raised their frequency to a high degree, do you really want someone who's maybe just begun their spiritual journey, if they even have? Because I don't see any of that here. I see that they feel the energetic connection. I see that they're realizing their behaviors from the past. But if I were you, and this is just my advice, take it or leave it, tell this person you need time. They need to prove themselves to you. They need to prove that they've let go of that past version of themselves, right? That they're ready to change, that they're ready to grow. Because if not, they're just going to hold you back, right? If you're high vibrational and someone who's a lower vibration comes into your life, they lower your vibration in order for you to be able to be with them. You're going to be lowering your vibration, and that's not going to feel so very good for you. You're going to be taking 10 steps backwards, right, after all your growth. So I'm not saying don't be friends with them. And maybe they need a little bit of help on this spiritual journey. That doesn't mean that you do the work for them. They need to do that work. And you know how hard it was to do that work on yourself, to work through all the past traumas and to work through all the societal conditioning that we've grown up with and that was passed down through the generations that we're still dealing with today. You know how hard your journey has been up to this point. So don't accept somebody in who's trying to bypass the healing journey. It's not going to work. If they're not willing to do the work, it's just not going to, like, you might be together for a little while, but eventually there would be such stark differences between you. It would weigh you down and it would distract you from your spiritual mission, from your destiny. It would distract you from it instead of helping you on that journey, right? Because you want someone, when you're on a spiritual journey, you want someone who's also on a spiritual journey who can help you, who can understand what you're going through because they've gone through it or they're going through it themselves. Not someone who doesn't believe in any of that and who is very materialistically minded. Such a person is going to prevent you from even continuing your spiritual journey. And I feel to some degree spirit is not even going to allow that, especially if you have a higher mission in this lifetime. So if this person is truly for you, if this is like a destined connection, then even if you told them, if they came in with an apology and wanted to jump right into a relationship with you or try to be sexual with you, because some of these guys or some of these people, I'm not assigning a gender to this at all, but some people equate sex with love, and it's not. Sex is a way of expressing love. If you are intimate with someone that you truly in love with, and let's face it, a lot of people out there having sexual relations, there's absolutely zero love there. But especially women, it's hard for women to be intimate with another without getting their emotions involved, and a lot of men take advantage of that. So be very careful and mindful and stand in your power. What feels right? Listen to your gut. Does this feel like something you want to entertain? Is this something that's going to be able to grow with you? If you tell this person today, this is not the right time, I need you to work some more on yourself, the way you are right now, this would never work out. Like, if be nice about it, don't break the guy's heart, but or tell him to take it slow. Let's be friends first. And of course, in the meantime, if you're really serious about me, then don't be with other people. Don't say, well, if you don't want me, I'll find somebody else, because maybe this is someone who can't be by themselves. They need to be with somebody. You don't want someone like that, because they will drag you into a codependent relationship, and that's going to stifle and suffocate you. So again, this person is really going to have to prove themselves to you and show you that they're willing to grow and that they can be on your wavelength, and that this is someone that you actually can share your life with. So food for thought here. I'm not going to pull an outcome card, because really the outcome is up to you. The outcome is up to you and that person. If this is meant to be, even if this person is very disappointed that you might be rejecting them at this point, even though you're leaving the door open for them to grow, they will come back. They will come back to you. They're not going to be gone forever. If this is meant to be, maybe this is just going to be the boot up the butt they need, that you're rejecting them at this time, and that's going to actually get them to do the work they need to do on themselves in order to match you at your level, right? So maybe that will actually get them to do all the shadow work they might still have left to do, and they can come back to you in a healed form. And in the meantime, why can't you be friends? right? You can be friends without having to jump into a relationship right away, even if there's deep love between you. Then you need to have respect for one another, right? And respect each other's boundaries, and you really, really need to have boundaries up and stick to your boundaries, no matter how much you love this person, how much you care about this person. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And they have to show you that they truly respect your boundaries, because otherwise a relationship is just not going to work, right? You don't want someone who's going to disrespect your boundaries and who won't have any boundaries themselves. That's a huge red flag if someone doesn't have any boundaries. So that's what I got for you today, guys. Love and light. I will talk with you soon.